let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to share screen and to show you guys like a little promo. Since you and Mike already know me, I'm not going to do my own introduction. You know who I am. And so I'm not going to bore you with that. And we just go right into this. And so today I'm going to do a very short presentation. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. About basically, like I said in the promo, how to do a video easily from a URL. So the way this process works, I'm not going to go through every single detail and wait in real time because some things take a little longer. It's still a very fast process, but today, for the sake of expediency, we'll do it quickly. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to notebooklm.google.com, which is now called Gemini Notebook, but that's the original name for the app. And basically, that's where it'll take you where you need to go. Once you get there, all you need to do is add a source, as they call it, in this left side here. And when you add a source, you click on Add Sources. One of the options down here is websites. And so all I did was I added irefusetofail.com website. And so that's my single source, or you can do more than that. But for this particular presentation, just to show you quickly, that's basically all you need to do. But you can have multiple sources. They don't have to be websites. They could be text. They could be articles. You can even have it do research. Once you get the sources in place there, you select the ones you want. It'll give you a brief description here, which is not what I need, but it'll also give you these items on the right side in the studio, one of which is a slide deck. And all these options have their value, but today, again, for expediency, we're going to go with just slide deck. So when you click on slide deck, it's going to give you a few options. You can select the language, which default English works. Then you've got shorter default length. Default is the meaning is going to be longer, in other words, than short. If you need something short, you click on short. And then sources over here, it shows you it's going to be one source, which is what we want. And then you give it some, optionally, you can give it some sort of description here to indicate how you want this particular slide deck to be made. And so I'll show you one of I made and show you what I did. So in this case, for this event, I already created a deck. That's something that takes usually 5 to 10 minutes. All I did was I gave it the URL of the I Refuse to Fail website. And basically what I told it to do, if we go back to over here, to pull down menu, the prompt I used was this: create a deck for small business professionals using the look and feel of the website. And of course, it knows what the website is. Do not include Tampa Bay references. Sorry, Carl, anywhere. Make the presentation compelling and interesting so people would want to attend these networking events. Keep the content easy to understand and follow. Use some humor where appropriate, and have some visuals that would generate the wow emotion. Now, the last statement, the last sentence, to be honest, is basically a waste. It would do what it does anyway, but I thought I'd slap it in there in case it does something a little different. And so it shows you it's one source. That's the whole prompt. So what it created was something that looks like this. And so it's a presentation that just goes slide by slide, and something I'll make available if you want it after the fact. But basically, you can see it did a really nice job in terms of content itself. It did a very admirable job in terms of text it generated. So remember, I simply clicked on a couple of buttons. I didn't tell it what to write, what not to write. And so all of this was created looking like this directly from Notebook LM without me specifying anything beyond what that prompt showed you. Okay, so as you can see, it's definitely useful, usable very quickly and very easily to create something like that. Now, once you create that, that's just a slide deck, which is usable and useful for many things. You can create carousels in LinkedIn using it. You can create lead magnets using it because you can save it as a PDF. So it's got a bunch of value you can do from there. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a set of slides for Google Slides. So we used Google Notebook LM. Now we're going to transition to Google Slides. But to be able to import it, we need to save it as a PowerPoint. So you can download as PDF. In our case, we download as PowerPoint. Okay, so it's going to download this thing. Obviously, that doesn't take any time at all. And then we have the PowerPoint presentation available right here, this PPTX file. Okay, in my downloads. So now what we need to do is we need to go to slides.google.com. So that's the second step. First step, we add the URL. We tell it to generate the slide deck. It did it. Then we go here and we click on the blank presentation, slides.google.com. And one of the options here is called import. So we click on import. It says, what do you want to import? Over here, we're going to say upload the presentation from my downloads directory, which is right here. And this is called, this one is the first one there. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's not usually a lot of time, but it's not instantaneous either. And so when it does this, it'll give you a couple of choices we'll see shortly. One of them is which slides do you want to actually import, because you don't have to import all of them. All right, here we go. We got 10 slides here. And you can actually select and deselect slides that you want in the presentation. In our case, I'm going to say select all slides. But as you saw me clicking, you can select, deselect anything you want, so you only import what you want. The only other thing here, it says keep original theme, yes, and we say import slides. So again, a couple of clicks, don't need to change anything, you just select everything, you're ready to go. The only thing here, when you initially create it, it'll give you this empty slide in the beginning. Click on it, select edit and delete, because we don't need it for anything. So we just have the 10 slides here. So that's step 2. We're not changing anything. We're just going to say now click on file. And now this is the key option here. It's called convert to video. And when we click on convert to video, what it's going to do is going to actually create information going into what they call Google Vids application. And Vids is a fairly new application that does a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't even know about it. But it does a lot of stuff. They just have some bugs in it, so you have to be careful with the bugs. But other than that, it does a pretty incredible job. You can do a lot of things in this one app. And here it also tells you, what do you want to do? Do you want to import all of them? It by default, it selects all of them. So we got all of them selected. It says include AI voiceover, script, background music, and animation. It's turned on by default. We want it on. I want to show you. And then down below here, we click on next. And then the next part, it will generate text for every single slide that we have using AI, obviously, but on its own. And then it's going to give us options for narration. And you can see how quickly it generated all the text. The narration here could be done with AI, avatar, and voiceover. So you can have both somebody speaking and the actual narration. Or default is voiceover only. So you're not going to see any people. It's going to be just the slides, but it's going to have this voiceover. If you select AI avatar, it says, who do you want to do as avatar? Default is this lady. If I click on the little pencil, it will let me select any of these people here. So they have regular people, they have different ethnicities, they have the Pixar type people, and they have hand-drawn people too. So whatever you want to select, you can do. If your question is, can I do myself? Not in this program. Okay, you can do in other programs. In this program, you have to select from one of these. And you just click on whichever one you want, click on use this avatar, and away you go. Very simple, very cool. And we're going to select all, click on next. And so if you want to do narration, you do it that way. If you want to do avatar. If you don't, the voiceover, then you just select the narrator. Again, you can click on the little button. It's got these different types, educator, and you can click on these to actually hear them.
Select makes a difference in how viewers will respond.
Or this one.
The voice you select makes a difference in how viewers.
Or coach.
The voice you select makes a difference.
There you go. 15-year-old coach.
The voice you select makes a difference. The voice you select makes a difference in how viewers will respond to you.
Let's go with the explainer. So I'll select this guy, use this voiceover, and we're going to do just the voice part. And so at that point, I'm basically done. It says animations on and off. Simple enough. You just toggle it on as it does by default and create the draft video. That's all you have to do. So we went from a URL. Now with a few clicks here and there, we basically went to a video that we can still edit because it's just a draft. But now look at what it did. If I actually play this, it'll sound like this.
Are you tired of spending your valuable time in the wrong networking rooms? Discover how the I Refuse to Fail business networking difference can transform your professional connections. Traditional networking often suffers from major issues. Whether it's the pitch slapper who sells before saying hello, the business card major, empty rooms, or simply a total waste of time, these experiences often yield zero results. Your time is your most valuable asset. At I Refuse to Fail, we are building an exclusive community of driven, qualified small business professionals. Remember, I Refuse to Fail is not just a name, it is a mindset. Why are our events strictly by invitation only? We use a curation filter to move beyond traditional chaotic networking. This ensures you are in a room of peers, not just pitchers, and guarantees a high-quality professional experience. We screen so you don't have to. Our pre-event vetting process protects you from spam, ensures our partners interact only with qualified professionals, and cultivates a safe community for real collaboration. The I refuse to fail difference is clear. While typical networking is often open to anyone, chaotic, we provide a vetted, professional environment, high-quality curated experiences, and ongoing access to a digital ecosystem. Our platform is more than just a meeting. Your invitation unlocks an entire infrastructure designed for your growth, including structured networking events, community forums, strategic partnerships, and continuous learning resources. Getting past the velvet rope is simple. Just submit a secure information form, wait for a quick review to ensure you're a good fit, and then enjoy your exclusive access. Once you're in, as our founder, Carl Lucci puts it, we respect our attendees and want to provide a professional experience. Knowing a little about everyone helps us protect the quality of our community. Ready to upgrade your network? Stop settling for average rooms and start connecting with professionals who share your drive. Request your exclusive invitation today at irefuse2fail.com.
Okay. So basically, you saw the video generated. So we did that part in real time. I just didn't do the slide deck in real time because that takes a little bit longer, like I said, 5-10 minutes. But this is how easy it is to just go from the Notebook LM using nothing but URL to a page or a website, and then taking that, the output from that as a PowerPoint presentation into Google Slides. Then from there, selecting the option to do the video. And then once video is created, you saw what the video looks like and sounds like. Now, at that point, as you saw the little things going on at the bottom there, that's the editor. You can go and edit anything. You can change the text to be whatever you want it to be. It'll have to regenerate the voiceover, but it'll do the job. You can see how quickly it generated this one. And you can change the text to be whatever you want to be for every slide. You don't have to have text at all, narration at all for every slide. They have different transitions, which you can change to be whatever you want them to be. So they have a bunch of different things in there. If you do the avatar thing, you can put them anywhere, or her anywhere on the screen. You can change the size. Very professionally done. I have a number of videos I generated with avatar in there. With avatar, sometimes it has a little glitches. So you might have to regenerate it. But with narration, I never had any problems. And it's a very simple, quick way. And you can see it did the background soundtrack. It did the person speaking in a professional business manner. The presentation itself was very much on the ball. I went through it initially when I created the first time, and it does an excellent job. So as a minimum for a draft, you can create something literally within minutes that could be used for LinkedIn, could be used on YouTube, whatever you want. And that's how easy it is to create it. So with that said, I think now, since we have a couple of people that don't know each other, let's go around the room. And before we get into any kind of Q&A, I'd like you guys, basically Jasmine and Mike and Carl, to tell everybody else where you're from and also indicate what it is that you do that would benefit the other people in the room, and potentially also what kind of people, if you have any specific needs business-wise, what kind of people would you like to be able to handle those needs? So those are the three areas that you have 60 seconds to cover that. We'll start with Carl.
Well, first of all, that looks like a pretty neat group. I may create something like that. I refuse to fail. Anyway, I'm Carl Lucci. I founded the I Refuse to Fail Partnership. I've been doing business consulting since 2010. I don't charge for my consulting, but I am not a coach. I will get you a coach if you need a coach. And I started the I Refuse to Fail Partnership because I just got tired of other platforms and the way they did networking. I think a lot of networking has turned into trade shows instead of about people trying to help people. And so that's why I created the I Refuse to Fail Partnership. And nobody has to be a partner. They can attend our events absolutely free. And then when I find somebody that looks like a diamond in the rough, then I'll approach them and say, hey, this is for you. But we don't put any pressure on anybody. We don't sell anything, and we don't allow any selling in the meetings.
Thank you, Carl. Mike?
Let's see if I learned anything from talking to Carl yesterday. My name is Mike, and I build tools for parents to have more success with their children.
Yeah, Mike, that's not good enough. Come on, you can do better than this.
See, that's what Carl said would happen, is that you would ask me more questions. Okay, I've been doing this for 40 years, working in the foster care system and then expanding out into all the other parenting systems. And we've worked with hundreds, and actually I put 1,000 kids through a training program called aggression replacement training. over a 10-year period. And let's see. And so I'm taking all the knowledge I've gathered from all the people I've worked with over the years and putting them into color books, and then having those color books help parents. Yesterday, I was talking to a lady. She had a 4-year-old that was tantruming because he was losing on his video game. And I'm going, that's a color book. So that's what I'm working on today.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike. I call him Saint Mike based on what he does. Jasmine, please go ahead.
I help companies with social media so I do organic social media. I don't do paid. And I help people build connections through their content the way that we did before social media, through conversations and calls. And so I really approach it from a connection standpoint. And that's what I help people with.
Excellent. Okay. And like I said before, Jasmine is incredible at this. So definitely reach out. With that said, since we don't have any other people, the next thing that I'd like you to do, if you don't mind, is if you could please drop your name, your email, and then LinkedIn URL. Yeah, this way I'll just email it to you that way. So it's going to have a little sheet that you can use for relating to others or for seeing what other people do, because like I said, I try to keep this to a minimum in terms of time it takes. That's how these meetings are going to run in the future. So even if I get 20 people in the room, it's still going to be short, but then you get this list of all the people that were in the room and what basically they do, who they are. And then from there, you can determine if you want to do one-on-ones or things like that. And so with that said, does anybody have any questions about what I showed or anything about?
Was any of that through paid portions required?
These are all free.
That's insane.
It is.
Yeah, it
And
is
it's all
amazing.
free.
Yeah.
And,
Now,
and
could you just have something? I guess you could have it create whatever you want, but could you create something like you have a background and then an avatar just talking?
yeah, absolutely. You can have, that's in vids.
Could you have it? Could you have it add subtitles as well, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not subtitles, but
that you can add some. If you look at vids itself, I'll show you the interface real quick here. On the right side here, it's got VO, which is the animation platform that Google has. You can create videos. If you go to Gemini and you do a video, it does using VO. Phenomenal platform for videos. So you can use that inside this vids. You can have avatars, so you can do avatars and take any of the avatars and work with them. You can do the voiceovers, you can do the music if you want. You can do the images, you create images right inside here. You can
Right.
record yourself basically into the presentation, into the video itself. You can upload stuff, you can look at stuff,
caption.
photography and videos. And there's the captions, things you can do captions using all of these different styles. And you can put wherever you want, and it's going to do the captions. You can add text.
Cool.
You have a bunch of templates and a bunch of shapes. So all of these are available within Google Viz. And so obviously it creates amazing stuff. But in my case, I didn't want to create visuals in Viz itself, even though you can see I could. What I wanted to do is I created in Notebook. And the reason I did that is because, just to show you real quick here, let's go back to downloads, show you.
And is the download as an MP4?
You can download as MP4. Like one of the things I generated, for example, using it was this video here.
Welcome to PCS. We specialize in masterfully crafted IT, AI, and software solutions, defining the art of seamless business. You didn't start your business to struggle with technology. We act as the chisel, handling complex infrastructure and code, so you can focus on your masterpiece, your business and clients.
Our team at PCS brings over 4 decades of tech expertise. Guided by founder and CTO Oleg Moskalensky, we provide proven, scalable solutions for small businesses and Fortune 500 clients alike. We provide the bedrock for your business through custom IT and AI solutions and professional web development. We build tools that tell your story and get real work done.
The PCS Arsenal was born from client needs for high performance, cross-platform utility. Our solutions are accessible anywhere, with no downloads or...
Anyway, I just wanted to show you that's another thing I generated using the same approach. And even though these frames and everything were generated in the Notebook LM, then in the vids, when it created everything with the avatar, I just want to show what the avatar looks like. Then I went ahead and I took this image of the guy, I made it larger, and I moved it so it's one of the frames almost like that. But that's what I'm saying, you have full control over any of this stuff. And I could have gotten the captions done, everything. So you use the combination of these different tools and different programs. We use three. We use Slides briefly, we used the Notebook LM, and we used the Viz, those three Google applications. Any of those are editable. So you can adjust things in Slides, you can adjust it. And of course, you can use any of the features of any of those if you want as part of the procedure, part of the way through it. And it's super compelling. And what I'm showing you doesn't cost anything. Okay, you can get you can use any of those programs for free. Any other questions?
I said that's kind of wild,
No,
actually.
it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions or?
No, but
I
I'll tell you,
had-
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jess.
Just really quick, I was wondering, is it pulling the design from your URL as well, or at least being informed,
If you
or do you
tell
have
it,
to?
like the last one I showed you I did it for PCS, I told it they want something in the Roman, ancient Rome architecture style. And that's why it looked like
Okay.
that. I specifically told it they want something in the style of Michelangelo, Caravaggio, something among those guys as a style. So I gave them names in the prompt, but I didn't tell it that I wanted to have columns or I wanted to have this Greek sculpture deal that it showed. All of that was done totally by it. I just said I want the old Roman style. That's one example. Another one, actually, if we go to slides, let me just show you another. I'm not going to show you the video, but I'm going to show you the slides themselves. Let me show you, do a share screen. Over here, if we pull up, like this one is the one I like a lot. So if I play it as a presentation slideshow, this is what it did. Basically, I wanted it in the style of like Roman baths in the old days, mosaic. Look how beautiful the thing created it. Just forgetting about text, which is definitely on the ball also here, and no mistakes, none of that stuff. Look at the quality of these slides. And this was done with just a simple, basically prompt that doesn't have anything special. Look at what kind of a job it created.
You know how long that would take if you were doing it by hand?
Yeah, first of all, if you're
Forever.
horribly at art like me, it doesn't matter how long. I would never ever create anything like that.
Yeah.
But look at the quality of these things. I mean, it's just amazing. I think it's amazing. I think it's just, again, considering the fact
It
it's
is
a free
amazing.
application, it's pretty incredible.
I
So
tell you, I'm a big proponent of video. I used to be in the video production business, cable TV and stuff. And I believe in the power of video. And I was even telling Mike about it yesterday, how he could use it on his website. But this makes it so much easier. And I had spokes models that when we did commercials,
Of course.
we charged $1,500 to $3,000 just for the spokes model.
but she needs to say something. You got to create something for her to say for
Yeah.
us.
Oh, I know. And,
That also costs-
then we'd have to write the commercial and then get the production and all that. So you're
And
talking
then you
about
got the
$5,000
post-production
for a TV
costs where you
commercial.
have to add lower thirds and you have to add
Yeah.
titles.
Oh,
I mean, it's
absolutely.
all tremendous amount of money. No, that's why when people say, I don't know how to create videos, if you know a little bit about this, you can create videos. It's not that difficult.
And I am the last person you want to talk to about social media, even though
Yeah,
I know
you
it's
can talk to Jasmine about it.
but as a service, if someone was in that business, I could see where this could be invaluable.
Absolutely.
And from the business consultant standpoint, my dad used to deliver stuff after he retired. He wanted to keep working. He'd deliver stuff to beauty salons. And he had the company he worked for make up labels with the beauty salon logo on it and take these bottles in and show it to them. How did you do that? Right. For social media, you can actually go and make something for the company
Totally.
that you want to do and say, look, I made a little video for you because it's going to take you a little bit of time to do it. And so look what we did. That's a good foot in the door to do social media, I would think, if you believe video is important.
No, absolutely. And you can create some totally unbelievable videos. I mean, I've seen you can create a video, like I saw some people are just so creative, it's unbelievable. But using, of course, AI, because without AI, it would cost a fortune. Like it shows the video stuff in Times Square, where you have all these huge screens and stuff. You have these videos, except this one is done with 3D effect. It looks like there is some animal running around inside the box, and all of a sudden it looks like this animal is jumping out. It's totally, the effect itself, it looks like he's jumping right at you.
Are you tired of spending your valuable time in the wrong networking rooms? Discover how the I Refuse to Fail business networking difference can transform your professional connections. Traditional networking often suffers from major issues. Whether it's the pitch slapper who sells before saying hello, the business card ninja, empty rooms, or simply a total waste of time, these experiences often yield zero results. Your time is your most valuable asset. At I Refuse to Fail, we are building an exclusive community of driven, qualified small business professionals. Remember, I Refuse to Fail is not just a name, it is a mindset. Why are our events strictly by invitation only?
We use a curation filter to move beyond traditional chaotic networking. This ensures you are in a room of peers, not just pitchers, and guarantees a high-quality professional experience. We screen so you don't have to. Our pre-event vetting process protects you from spam, ensures our partners interact only with qualified professionals, and cultivates a safe community for real collaboration. The I refuse to fail difference is clear. While typical networking is often open to anyone and chaotic, we provide a vetted, professional environment with high-quality curated experiences and ongoing access to a digital ecosystem. Our platform is more than just a meeting. Your invitation unlocks an entire infrastructure designed for your growth, including structured networking events, community forums, strategic partnerships, and continuous learning resources. Getting past the velvet rope is simple. Just submit a secure information form, wait for our quick review to ensure you're a good fit, and then enjoy your exclusive access. Once you're in, you're in. As our founder, Carl Lucci, puts it, we respect our attendees and want to provide a professional experience. Knowing a little about everyone helps us protect the quality of our community. Ready to upgrade your network? Stop settling for average rooms and start connecting with professionals who share your drive. Request your exclusive invitation today at irefuse2fail.com.